This is another live from Lindsborg episode, but I told you they're not always going to be from Lindsborg, and today is one of those days. Today we're coming to you from Marquette, Kansas, which is just 15 miles southwest of Lindsborg. I couldn't get my directions straight today. It's just a very short drive, and I am bringing you to what is a little treasure that many people truly don't know about. Some of you do, some of you tell other people, some of you come back again, because it's just such an amazing little place. And I'm here today with Art Mayfield, who is one of the volunteers who works here. And Art, can you tell me a little bit about how this got started? Because it really has an amazing story. Stan was an amazing guy.
Yes, he was. Stan was a great racing champion. He raced the flat track or the scrambles. And this originally was his Zenith franchise store. He sold Zenith televisions, stereos, radios from here for 45 years. He would repair any device you brought in, Philco, Admiral, it didn't matter, RCA. But this store gave him a great deal of flexibility in his life. And primarily he could get off on the weekends to go racing. And arguably, as they say, he became the most successful flat track racer in the history of Kansas.
You can see from all the trophies, it's like crazy.
He won over 600 of those trophies, all of them on a Harley-Davidson motorcycle.
Model K, is that what I read?
Yep.
Yes?
Yep.
So some people will know what that is. I don't know what that is,
I don't
but
either.
I did read it, okay?
But
he was great. I even read somewhere, I think on your website possibly, that he rode one of his races with a broken leg, that he put a wood on and then strapped it to the motorcycle even, and won.
Yeah, he was raised as a good Kansas farm boy, and if you're familiar with their pickup trucks and work trucks, there's always baling twine, 2x4 chunks, and quite often what they call Oklahoma chrome refrigeration tape. And he went down to run for his third consecutive state championship, and he had broken his right leg the week before, and the race director said he couldn't race with a cast on his leg. So he ripped the cast off his leg, went back to get ready to run, and discovered the leg was so swollen he couldn't get his leathers over that leg. So he went back and negotiated again with the director, and he had to sign an affidavit promising not to sue them if he was injured. And then he was allowed to fashion the homemade splint out of a 2x4 baling twine that he wrapped around that leg. And he went on and won the state championship with that leg bound up.
Yeah, he was great. And he was from this community.
Yes.
Brought this back to his community. This motorcycle museum was just really a gift to the community from he and his wife. Yes, I mean this was something they could have put anywhere because he's well known in this arena.
Yes, this venue of racing.
Yes,
he was kind of a well-recognized personality, primarily initially because of that race with the broken leg. See, Ripley actually interviewed him when he heard about this man in Kansas that won a state title with a homemade splint on a broken leg.
Interesting.
And made him the feature article in his publication. And at that point in juncture in time, even Harley-Davidson offered him at one point a dealership, and he turned it down because he liked racing and he liked the electronics.
And he liked the life he could have by doing
right
both.
Here.
Yes.
Yeah.
So what would be some of the interesting things that people are going to see? Because I'm going to share a few pictures later on another Facebook post. But what kinds of things will you see? What are some of your favorites, I guess?
Oh, some of my favorites are all these ancient motorcycles here. They're all over 100 years old. And there's some incredibly rare motorcycles there. We've got a 1908 Thor, and there are 2 of those known to exist in the world today, for example.
Wow.
And right here in the front row are these, what they call plank or board track racers. And this 1916 Indian we have here in the middle, and if you look at it,
my favorites because it's red.
yeah, I like red too. It was pedal start, like a bicycle.
Oh, wow.
Well, in 1917, Indian, on the Start Blue bike, put a kickstart on the bikes. So there's an evolutionary change in 1 year that's kind of important, not to mention the change in the suspensions.
And that's one of the things that you will see here is the evolution
yes.
of motorcycles, which is so very interesting. So when I gave my first tour and it included this, I personally, my husband loves motorcycles, but I am not horribly interested in them. In fact, I'm kind of a little bit scared of them. a whole lot of scared of them. But anyway, I decided I should come over and see what this was all about. And now, after that one time, I came back and said, this is something you truly need to do if you come to this area of McPherson County. It is just, this is a treasure. There are so many things here that I think you'll never see anywhere else. So very well restored. And again, I'm going to share some pictures with you in a Facebook post later today. What are the hours that someone could come over here and do this?
We're open 7 days a week.
Okay.
In Holly, we're open from 10 in the morning till 5 in the afternoon, except on Sunday. We open at 11 in the morning on Sunday and close at 5 in the afternoon.
So pretty flexible. You're closed some holidays, but that's about it. So maybe call ahead for a holiday.
Right.
But it's an easy drive from Lindsborg. And I really thoroughly encourage all of you to make this a little side stop the next time you're in town. Signing off. We'll see you again next week.